Hey, welcome. Today we're going to talk about something that's a real game changer for US businesses. We're diving into how you can transform your financial management from a total headache into a powerful strategic advantage. So let's get right into it. So let me ask you this. Does it ever feel like financial admin is holding your business back? Are you spending way more time on bookkeeping, payroll, and taxes than you are on, actually growing your company? If that sounds familiar, trust me, you are not alone. For a lot of businesses, the root of this problem is the traditional in-house model. So let's break down what that in-house headache really looks and feels like. Okay, so think about it. When you're managing all this stuff internally, you're juggling crazy high costs for salaries and software. You've got the constant struggle of finding and keeping good, skilled people. You have to navigate this maze of super complex tax rules. And on top of all that, you get hit with massive workload spikes, especially around tax season. It's just a huge drain on your time, your money, and your focus. But what if there was a better way? Well, there is. Businesses are now making a really strategic global shift, moving away from all those internal burdens and embracing a model that's just way more efficient and powerful. And this slide, wow, it really lays it all out. You're swapping high fixed costs for reduced overhead. You're going from a pretty limited local talent pool to having experts all over the world. And maybe the most important part, you stop being bogged down by admin tasks and you can finally focus on your core business growth. It's a total switch from just reacting to problems to having a proactive financial strategy. Okay, so let's get down to the brass tacks. What are the tangible benefits? What are the core financial wins you can actually expect when you make this kind of shift? Well, first up, you get immediate access to this massive pool of super skilled professionals in India. And we're not just talking about general bookkeepers here. These are experts trained in US standards like GAAP, that's the generally accepted accounting principles, and all the specific IRS regulations. You're getting top-tier talent, just without that top-tier local price tag. And of course, that leads right into maybe the biggest benefit of all, major cost savings. When you outsource, you just completely eliminate the need for in-house salaries, benefits, training, not to mention all that expensive software. And all that capital, it can go right back into growing your business. Let's talk payroll, because honestly, it can be an absolute minefield of complexity and risk. Outsourcing it means your team gets paid accurately and on time every single time. And all the tricky tax withholdings? They're handled by experts. It turns what used to be a huge source of stress into a smooth, totally reliable process. And look at how simple the process becomes. It's literally just 1, 2, 3. You send the employee hours, the experts handle all the complicated stuff, the calculations, the tax filings, the whole shebang. And 3, your team gets paid. The whole administrative burden is just gone, lifted right off your shoulders. And it's not just about payroll, right? This extends to accurate tax prep, which helps you avoid costly errors and penalties. You get consistent daily bookkeeping, so you always have a real-time pulse on your company's financial health. And you get clean, organized financial statements, which are absolutely crucial for making smart business decisions. But here's where it gets really interesting. The benefits go way beyond just cost and expertise. Let's talk about a totally unique advantage, using the time zone difference to create basically a 24-hour workday. This is a total game changer. Seriously, the time zone difference means your work doesn't stop just because you've logged off. Picture this. At the end of your day in the US, you send over your tasks. While you're sleeping, your team in India is getting it done. So when you log on the next morning, the completed work is already sitting in your inbox. It is literally like having a finance department that never sleeps. So what does this all add up to? You've got cost savings, you've got expertise, you've got incredible efficiency. But when you combine them, they unlock something much, much bigger, real sustainable business growth. A perfect example of this is scalability. With outsourcing, your financial support can instantly scale up for those crazy busy times, like tax season, and then scale right back down during the quieter months. You get exactly the support you need right when you need it without the cost or commitment of hiring more permanent staff. And let's not forget about risk. With structured workflows and expert oversight, you dramatically, and I mean dramatically, reduce the chance of errors in your payroll, your books, and your tax filings. This ensures you're always compliant with all those complex federal and state regulations, which protects your business from some really nasty penalties. Okay, but what about control? This is a question we hear all the time, and it's a totally valid concern. When you hand over such critical functions, does that mean you're giving up control of your own finances? And the answer is a very clear no. Absolutely not. You are not losing control, you are gaining leverage. You still have full oversight and the final say on everything. Think of your offshore team as an extension of your own. They're just executing the tasks while you stay firmly in the driver's seat. So when you boil it all down, this is really the key takeaway. Outsourcing your accounting and payroll to India isn't just about cutting costs. It is a strategic decision. It's what frees up your most valuable resources, your time and your focus, so you can scale your business, minimize your risk, and really drive it forward. So we'll leave you with this final thought. Just imagine for a second that all those hours you currently pour into financial admin are suddenly handed back to you. What new products could you develop? What new clients could you go after? What could you build with all that reclaimed time?